At first, building the perfect physique sounds like freedom. It sounds like a clean escape hatch from bad lighting, awkward angles, and every version of yourself that ever stood in front of a mirror and felt ignored or physically ashamed. So you start. You buy the program, learn the terminology, and meticulously track your calories. The discipline feels incredibly powerful. Every workout acts as a calculated rejection of your old shape, making you feel mathematically in control of what you are becoming. But then the mirror changes. It used to be a simple piece of glass you checked casually before leaving the house. Now it operates as a strict daily performance review. You start analyzing your shoulders, your waist, and your symmetry, pinching skin under bathroom lighting like an unpaid employee waiting for feedback. The gym is supposed to be where you fix those newly discovered flaws. Instead, it serves as a showroom of everyone who makes you feel behind. You walk in to train and immediately lock eyes with someone who appears carved out of stone, warming up with your maximum weight. Within seconds, your brain runs through an agonizing slideshow of your own genetic shortcomings. You came to build a better body, but you end up building a private museum of inadequacy. That initial quest to escape your insecurities has quietly installed the first bars of a psychological prison, constructed entirely out of physical comparison. Eventually, this hyper-focus starts colonizing basic human needs. The most obvious casualty is the simple joy of eating. This diagram illustrates what happens to your meals. A plate of food breaks apart, shedding all its cultural and emotional value, to reorganize into a sterile layout of bar charts, percentages, and macronutrient readouts. You no longer eat a bowl of rice, you consume a carbohydrate source. Watch how that precise data morphs into a volatile line graph dictating your digital scale. The scale becomes a tiny courtroom where a single number hands down your daily sentence. Up 2 pounds? You are a failure. The machine completely ignores context like water retention or muscle inflammation. It just delivers a verdict. Then, despite perfect data entry, the graph aggressively flattens out into a dead horizontal line. The rapid physical progress you enjoyed on day 1 grinds to a halt. You keep tracking, lifting, and calculating, but your muscle growth slows to the maddening pace of government paperwork. You are officially dealing with biological bureaucracy. Right on cue, fitness influencers weaponize that exact frustration. They fill your feed with claims that you can break through this plateau if you just buy their optimal routine. They conveniently leave out how much of their physique relies on perfect studio lighting and chemical enhancements. You are trapped comparing your normal biological reality against highly optimized marketing products. It is a rigged game that constantly tells you to try harder when the deck was stacked against you before you even walked in. The psychological toll eventually leaks out of the gym and ruins relationships with your own clothing. Fabric stops being something you simply wear and turns into a tight mechanism for physical feedback. Every phase of fitness turns your wardrobe into a crisis. If you cut weight, your jeans fit better, but your shirts hang loose, making you feel horribly small. If you bulk up, your waistline expands and you feel soft. You no longer want clothes that fit your actual body. You want clothes that confirm your physical fantasy. Look at this schematic showing a body treated as an endless construction project. You slice yourself into distinct zones, stamping each isolated part with a need for improvement. Your back needs width. Your calves need mass. You are constantly renovating the house, but you never actually sit comfortably in the living room. You might think external validation would fix this feeling of exile, but it fails. When someone compliments you for looking bigger or leaner, that validation instantly mutates into a standard you now have to maintain. Every piece of praise becomes an anxiety-inducing loan that you have to pay back by staying impressive. To protect that standard, you start eliminating variables. You say no to spontaneous plans, skip late-night drinks, and dread restaurant dinners because you cannot weigh the pasta in public. Your entire social world shrinks down to fit the strict dimensions of your meal prep containers. Fitness culture loves to label this isolation as relentless discipline, but if maintaining your routine requires constant terror over missing a workout or eating a dessert, you did not build a strong body. You built a highly advanced security system to guard against the fear of becoming physically invisible again. Eventually, this rigid, mechanical ideology violently collides with the chaotic reality of human biology. Your body is not a spreadsheet. It's meat with opinions. The illusion of total control shatters the moment you suffer an injury. You can follow the programming perfectly, track your recovery, and warm up precisely. But one bad rep or awkward angle leaves you researching physical therapy exercises at midnight. It is a brutal reminder that you are dealing with an animal, and animals bite when they are pushed too hard. Look at this diagram. This is exactly how the final goal behaves. You try to lock onto a target, but the finish line multiplies and shifts away. You lean out, but then you feel too small. So you bulk up, but then you maceline. The target constantly moves to an unreachable corner of the frame, trapping you in a loop where every achievement exposes a brand new weakness. The core truth of the entire pursuit is that the perfect physique is not actually a physical state. It is the elusive emotional feeling of being enough. And if your brain refuses to feel like it is enough, no amount of muscle mass will ever finish the equation. Achieving your dream body does not erase your insecurity or your shame. It simply smuggles those exact same traumas into a much more impressive, vascular container. You can get stronger, you can get leaner, and you can get sharper, but you will still be staring into the mirror, waiting for a reflection to finally give you permission to live.